Hello. Welcome to the stream. You've committed. You're here now. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? What does that mean to me? What does it mean to us as a whole, as a community? Well, today we're going to be playing some Lord of the Rings. Quite possibly one of the best games in the universe. I believe so. We are also going to be talking about deep games. We're going to be talking about the coolness, the amazingness that is games that go on forever and ever. So while we wait for some people to join in the chat, even though I've given you plenty of warning that I was going live. And if you're in the chat, let me know, of course. You know, make your presence known to the world. So we'll just warm up. And so today, while we wait for people in the chat, we're going to be going we're going to be going for there and back again. Basically, you need to start every mode, and yeah, and then that's pretty much it. You start every mode and don't fail. So while we wait, let's get playing. Well, big thing, starting modes. When you see the modes start, that's this little thing lit here. When you see that lit, you shoot it up the center ramp into the big ring in the back, and then you start a mode. If the mode start is not lit, you need to light 3 elf rings. If you're not in a mode, you can light an elf ring by shooting it up the center. If a mode start is not lit, obviously, you can shoot it up the center ramp. It'll give you a ring. So basically, if mode start is not lit, you can shoot it straight up 3 times. You're good to go. If the other way you can do it is there are various rings lit, so you can shoot. If the elf ring is lit, see here on Gandalf, the elf ring is lit. It's the white. Then you can shoot it in that shot, and then if you combo it basically to any other ring shot, which is the Legolas ramp, the Gandalf shot, you can do the sword ramp or the right orbit. Any of those 4 shots will give you a ring. Or there is a little stand-up target over here that will give you a ring as well. So let's get started while we wait for the masses to come in.
Get hold of yourself.
So, while we're waiting, we can kind of chit-chat a little bit about what it means to be a deep game. We refer to deep games as, games that can be approached by numerous methods. There's definitely... Well, that was interesting. I think definitely there's a couple different ways to approach deep games. For instance, Lord of the Rings is called a deep game because you can play for Destroy the Ring, which is a mode where you basically start all of the multi-balls. You can, and that can be a full game, an absolute full game. Full as full can be. So what I'm doing right now, because I'm basically just timing out the mode. I really don't care about the mode because I just want to start it. If you shoot right orbits, the more loops you do, I think after like 10 loops or something like that, you get awarded an extra ball is lit. So yeah, for this game, you can approach it by just starting all the multi-balls, destroying the ring. I mean, that could take a full game. Absolutely. You know, and this game particularly is a pretty lengthy player. Looks like the flipper button might be a little wonky there. So the unfortunate part is that you can be awarded any other ring in a mode other than an elf ring. So yeah, so you're kind of stuck there. Okay. So you can go for destroy the ring, start all the multi-balls, or just drain for absolutely no reason like I just did. You can go for there and back again, which is a mode where you you start all the different modes. That's a mode. You can go for, I mean, the true wizard mode in this game is Valinor, and in order to do that, you have to complete each of the 3 multi-balls. You have to start all the modes. You have to collect all the gifts of the elves. So that's another thing. You can play just to collect gifts of the elves. Gifts of the elves are awarded if you complete a multi-ball or a mode. That's another thing you can do. You can play for points. I mean, that's a whole other thing. I mean, truthfully, you can get to Valinor, which is the wizard mode, without scoring getting a particular high score. And that's something. That's pretty typical. So yeah, I mean, so I like this because it allows me to, you know, have one game that's fun and I like the shots, and you know, I get to go for different things. And the best part about it is, I mean, you know, a game on Lord of the Rings can easily last half an hour, easily, if you play it right. So I mean, you can easily be playing for half an hour and only be going for modes, only be going for multi-balls, only be going for gifts of the elves, things like that. So Valinor, if I'm not mistaken, I know that you need to finish each of the multi-balls. You need to collect all of the gifts of the elves. You need to, you need to start all the modes. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on there. I can't. I mean, that in of itself is, you know, quite a feat. Absolutely. So let's see here. Hello, CP Master 2015. Welcome back to the stream, friend. How's it going? And Zell's back too. Good day, or not good day, mate. How's it going, mate? Good day, mate would be in Australia. You are not in Australia. You are in Scotland, eating haggis. How's it going, guys? Good to see you here tonight. So yeah, so we're playing, you know, we're playing Lord of the Rings, having fun. We're just talking about deep rule sets in games, different ways to play the games, things like that. Yeah, it's fun. All right, so we're going for modes. So we don't, you know, one of the problems, I suppose. See, we just fell into multi-ball, so. Okay. Hutzachai. CP Master, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Man, that, you know, I lost my dad not too long ago. I was thinking about it, honestly. It is not, I don't know, man. Losing a friend, losing a family member, those things can, I don't know. I mean, I think that in many ways it really takes the wind out of your sails. But you can't, I don't know. On a day like today, when after you just lose your friend, you know, there's not a lot that I could say or do. I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't know, man. I mean, hopefully watch me play pinball and flail and have a terrible time and never be able to get around to any, you know, any goals. Hopefully that can help you out a little bit. Take your mind off of it, if only for you know, a little bit. So Ty, I mean, while we're playing, let's try to remember your friend. What was your friend's name? We'll dedicate this stream to your friend's memory. Oh, you lost. Oh, I thought you lost as in he passed away. Well, now this gets a little bit better. I thought you lost him as in he's dead. And I understand now. Now here's the thing about a friend hating you. You know, people get over that kind of stuff. It might take a little bit of time, but it might take a little bit of time, but you know, hey, at least he's not dead. That my friend, that's final. What was the fight about, if you don't mind me asking? Cause like seriously, man, I mean, I can't tell you how many times, you know, a friend and I have been in a fight and I thought, oh, that's it, you know. There are so few things that can truly end a real, here's the thing, a real friendship is not going to be put off by that kind of stuff, you know. While you collect your thoughts, CP, let's do a health update on Zell. Zell, how's your health doing, buddy? I know that Sunday you were sick in bed. I think you were sick in bed. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better. see where we're at. Hold on. I'm gonna read your chat. Was it not me? Wasn't sick. I was just up most of that. Why? Oh, wow. Well, if you weren't sick then, you're gonna be sick now. I'm telling you that now. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna make you sick. CP, if you're still in the stream, and you're not ready to talk about your friend, tell me, have you played Xenon? It's a great game. Yeah, I'm gonna make you sick. I just know it. The tears of a clown. They don't mess around. Well, you know, and I'll tell you this. You know, sometimes your friends, you know, they don't want your help, and which is tough because you want to help them, and a lot of times, you know, those people are honestly the people who need your help the most. You know. Yeah, Xenon is. I'll tell you what, Xenon was like when I was first getting into pinball. I was like super obsessed with Xenon. I wanted one, like really bad. You know, really started seeking one out. I have yet to own one. I played a number of them, but I've yet to own one. And oh gosh, I'd love to. So Zell, so we're, you know, and for that matter, CP2, obviously, we're talking about deep games today. You know, for me, you know, a deep game, I kind of went back and forth because I absolutely love, you know, the older games, which a lot of people would consider kind of shallow. And you know, lately I've really been getting into these super deep Keith Johnson games. Lord of the Rings, Wizard of Oz, Simpsons Pinball Party, World Poker Tour, those games like that. And yeah. No, but so, you know, it's one of those things that for a long time I was like, you know, there really is nothing inherently wrong with any of those older games. However, the thing I ran into is space. You know, I definitely needed, you know, I was getting way too many games, and for my own good. And so I just, you know, I was running out of space. I had games in my office, I had games in my house, and so, you know, I still have shallower games. I still have Road King, I still have Gorgar, I still have Time Warp, I still have Road King's Gorgar, oh, and Grand Prix. And so, you know, but I love it. And yeah, but I mean, and here's the thing, is that Bride of Pinbot, great game, and then you expand it with the rule set, and it's something pretty cool. So, I mean, I think that, I mean, honestly, I think that any game could be made into a, you know, like an even cooler game. with the deep rule set, and that's not to say that the original rule sets are bad, but they're pretty good. And yes, they are curved. They're called banana flippers. I actually have some right here. Let me trap up. So it's funny you should mention the banana flippers because I am planning on playing Lord of the Rings and Wizard of Oz with banana flippers. Super cool. I mean, picture them right there. All right, maybe right here. So, should be fun. Yeah, it's funny because I have them right. I was, sitting there. I was going to preface that saying, so these came from a Pinside user and a watcher called AJ. It's me, AJ. Follows me on Instagram and sometimes watches the stream. Donated these to the cause, and thank you, AJ. And we're going to be putting them on Lord of the Rings sometime in the not too distant future. I think it'd be cool. I love banana flippers. Right. As soon as I'm going to show you, there are special rubbers that go on the flipper. They don't actually yeah, special rubbers. So as soon as I don't drain, so I'm trying a different technique to try, hopefully, not let that right orbit destroy me. It's banana flipper. There is a lot of.
What is it? I'm not sure.
Yeah. So these are the special rubbers, which I'll show you in a second. Trap up here. So the stock rubbers that came with the game. Hey man, you gotta. It's like a tournament, So the stock rubbers that came with the game were blue, and then these are reproduction rubbers that are yellow, and then they just slip over the bat. And now I have seen some people who have. I have seen some people who have taken more standard sized rubbers and oh wow, that was close. And basically, yeah, they go over the bat. I think that you can kind of modify standard rubbers. But I think they cut them maybe. But I do not. Yeah, they're pre-shaped. Yeah, I think I've seen where standard rubbers, they've cut them and then they've used rubber cement. But yeah, so these are pre-shaped. They just go over. So the only reproduction ones, the only ones that they make now are yellow. And I'll say this, I'm glad that they make them at all. Yeah, and so it's interesting because they only go one way. There's one, you have to, unlike regular rubbers where you can buy, you can buy as many as you want and they'll go on the left flipper or the right flipper, it doesn't matter. These, they only go, you have to specifically buy a left one and a right one because they're curved slightly differently. So So yeah, so you just kind of fit it over the top like that. And there you go. Rubber for days. Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, so they're handed, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, yeah. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Yes. I had a Popeye, and that had lightning flippers. I like I like specialty flippers. I think they're kind of cool. You know, so I like Fishtails with lightning flippers. I like Popeye with lightning flippers. Dracula, all those. Yeah, I find them interesting. Okay, so we are like crazy close to getting there and back again. Oh! That was really stupid. That was like really stupid, Adam. All right, this one is a little easier to time out, I think.
I'm coming. Get hold of yourself. 250. That's an army.
Oh gosh! It was lit, Adam. Oh, Adam. That was like so stupid of me. I like way down in the pits of my stomach. I was like, you should trap up now because Attack of the Shalab is like super easy to time out. Oh gosh. For anybody wondering, I not purposely. So I have to every time I turn my machine off, it resets to factory, and oh my gosh, that was so silly of me. And I was like doing, oh my gosh, that. Anyways, so my machine resets to factory because I'm in the middle of, I have a little bit of acid damage on the boards, so I'm going to I need to clean it off. So right now there are no batteries in the on the board, so everything resets. So my high scores are like ridiculously low. Oh my gosh, Adam. I was chit-chatting, having a great old time, had an extra ball. Every time I get that dang extra ball, you know, it just seems like, oh, it'll be fine, and it's never fine. But hey, that's pinball, right? And that's why you watch. Watch me cry. Good golly, Miss Molly. I should have focused. But hey, if I did that, what else would we have to do? All right, so let's talk about, yeah, Cirque Voltaire is kind of crazy. Let's talk about deep rule sets. So what games, I know the CP is into Bride of Pinbot. CP, have you played, I know on Pinball Arcade, not that it's a super deep rule set, but what are your thoughts on Twilight Zone? I think that's probably one of the deeper rule sets on there. Like my head is, it hurts so bad. I gotta play through this game, get my strength back, because that was just silly. Anyways, so yeah, deep rule sets. I like them. It gives me something to do. It's not just one objective. I mean, there's just so many objectives. There's so many things you can do. Now, those deep games tend to be, you know, a little more expensive, which is, but you don't need as many of them. Potentially, if that's what you're into, you know. Oh, that's fine. That was a throwaway game anyways. Good golly. That was just stupid. All right. So somehow we've started 2 games. We'll just plunge the other ball off, I guess. That'll be like a, or you know what? We'll play both of them. Twice the fun. That'll be the one that I just plunge the balls off on. Hold on, brothers. I'm missing in the chat. The moment when you see a ball drain and there's no damn... Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the camera... See, I don't know. And that's, like, I like Twilight Zone. I think it's cool, but I don't find it particularly, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't find it particularly compelling as far as a home game goes. It's fun, it's really cool, but I think that the rules on that game could easily be you know, deepened pretty considerably. Yeah, so, I mean, there you go. Yeah, man. So, let me see if I can restart. There we go. I mean, there's, you know, and in many ways, you know, a deep game can definitely be classified by, you know, having multiple things you can do. I will say this, though. I mean, oh, wow. I mean, the toys on that are really cool. The gumball machine, having the power ball, having the power mini play field, the power field, whatever you want to call it. Those are some cool toys. I wish, you know, it was definitely made in the early 90s. It was obviously made in the early 90s, so it's not a game that particularly, they hadn't really, I mean, super deep rule sets did not come around until the early 2000s. You know, really, I think that, I mean, Lord of the Rings probably was one of the first, like, super deep ones. You know, Theater of Magic is, there's stuff, I mean, and you know, here's the thing. I'm off my game. You know, any game can be made deep, I suppose. And so maybe that's kind of a thought where Theater of Magic, you could make it a goal just to play through all the magician's things. Or play or get, you know, yeah, I mean, you could definitely, under the right circumstances, you can make a game deep if you, make your own goals, I suppose.
You have my axe.
this is not a throwaway game. But I asked this because there's definitely a big debate. We're seeing, that the vast majority of pinball machines are home use only. They're going to the home. I mean, we're really approaching that point. And even for the games that are not going into homes, there's definitely something to be said about having a variety of things to do when you're in the arcade. Just being able to approach a game from multiple different aspects, I think I think it's definitely a benefit of in an on location area, because it encourages people to pump more money into it. Yeah, absolutely. House use if it's in a house, the deeper the better. Adam's Family, Adam's Family and Twilight Zone, they both came out in the same era, and I suppose part of, to me, what's really making it a I like Adam's Family, but I get bored with it really fast because you can tour the mansion pretty quickly. So I mean, you like touring the mansion for CP Master. Touring the mansion is basically lighting all of the rooms. Now, one thing about touring the mansion is that you can light rooms back to back. You light a room, you hit the kick out, then you hit the bear ramp twice, and then you've got another mode lit. So I mean, honestly, you can get to the wizard mode on that game by only hitting 2 shots: the bear ramp and the chair. And to me, and that's like the ultimate. Touring the mansion is the ultimate. And to me, it's like, okay, what else is there to do? Now, I will say, there is playing the game, there are playing the modes. I mean, there are a lot of things you can do still in the game. But once you tour the mansion, it's like, what else can you do? In Lord of the Rings, I like it because you can finish the multi-balls. Each multi-ball has an objective. There's that. You can finish all of the modes. Each mode has an objective, and once you start each of the modes, there's that. You can go for gifts of the elves. So, by getting gifts of the elves, you have to basically finish either 6 modes or 3 multi-balls and 3 modes. So you always have to finish 3 modes just to get all the gifts of the elves. Then, let's say, it's like, if you're able to do all those individually, then the big thing is doing them all together, finishing all the multi-balls, starting all the modes, and collecting all of the gifts of the elves. Right there, that is the ultimate wizard mode, because that is like I kind of like having these mini wizard modes. And in addition to, you've also got Destroy the Ring, which is another mini wizard mode. But I like having these mini wizard modes because it gives me like one thing I can do. And I know I'm capable of doing it. And then once I do that one thing, there are other things I can do. So, I can go for just Destroy the Ring. I can go just for the Gifts of the Elves. I can go just for There and Back Again. And that task alone, in my skill set, takes me the whole time. In addition to that, like I was saying before, you can play simply for score. A lot of these modes I'm timing out. A lot of these modes I'm ignoring a lot of the jackpots and the multi-balls, things like that. So, I mean, that's why I like the deeper rule sets, because there's something else to do.
I will take the
I really like Twilight Zone. I really like Addams Family. I like Twilight Zone better than Addams Family. I think there's more to do in it. But I have reservations about owning a Twilight Zone for the fact that I feel like I would get bored with it. I don't know. I've never really owned one, and I only played on location. So, but I don't know. So yeah. So CP Master, what are, in addition to Bride of Pinball, tell us about some of the other games that you're sweet on. I'm curious.
By order of the king, the city must empty. We make for the refuge of Helm's Deep.
Well, I'm not saying, and I know you own one. I'm not saying, I don't know. I think it's like, how big is your collection? That's another good question, if you don't mind me asking, because I'm kind of curious as to, if you have a smaller collection, does it have enough staying power?
2, 1.
So for those people, Ballet Le Bohème, actually Ballet Je Bohème, everybody else joining the chat, we're playing Lord of the Rings. We're going for There and Back Again, and we're talking deep games. Okay, just one. See, there you go. Well, if you have just one game, I'll give you that. If you have just one game, Twilight Zone is not a bad one to have. That was almost fatal. See, originally pinball was designed to be a spectacle in arcade. Yeah, absolutely. And that's why you're getting, you're thinking about, you get all those jackpots, you get a replay. That's why I really like having, that's why I like playing on credits, because I love getting that replay sound, Yeah, I'm super excited for Alien, and I know you are too. Can't shake it too much. We are on 1 warning. Actually, I think we're on 2 warnings. Man, we're doing great. So tell us, now, with all those games out there, with those, literally hundreds of games, what was it, other than the fact that you can drive to the factory, what is it about Aliens that really enticed you? Was it the theme? Now that you've been able to actually see the playfield, because up until a couple weeks ago, you didn't have an opportunity to see the playfield. Tell us what drew you to it. Oh. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're, you have not been disappointed. Yeah, man, yeah, that would be something else. But I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a really great game. That game has a lot going for it, and I think there's great potential with that layout, you know? Some really good potential. So I turned on, there is an additional mode in Fellowship Multi-Ball where you can, you definitely get some extra points out of it. It's the troll mode, and it's cool because the ball save lasts the entire thing. So, you know, it's basically just bonus points, really, and it's by default turned off, but I like it because it, you know, something else to do, you know. So basically, in the troll mode, in Fellowship, you can, you know, you get unlimited balls, but I think after a while, if you drain too many balls, it'll time itself out. So. I'm gonna have to come up. I'm on the 4th floor. I have to stay through those. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. Medieval Madness. Now, CP Master. Medieval Madness was until, you know, the not too distant future was you know, basically one of the most sought after games that was not like crazy unlimited or crazy limited in numbers. What is it, you know, and everybody that I've kind of introduced to pinball, when they see Medieval Madness, they're instantly attracted to it. What attracted you to Medieval Madness? You know, because as a collector, you kind of know, like, oh, Medieval Madness is so special. But again, I've seen so many people just step up to the game, know nothing about pinball, know nothing about rarity or anything like that, and say, like, this is a cool game, you know?
We must join with
Yeah. Zell, I think you'll be happy with, I think you'll be really happy with Wizard of Oz or Hobbit. Hobbit, the Hobbit gameplay, I tend to be a lot more cerebral. I tend to like to be more of a shooter. Hobbit, I feel like is a little faster, flowier. And to me, Lord of the Rings really fills in that gap. Lord of the Rings is not a forever game for me. It's actually, so this is my brother-in-law's. We did a temporary trade. He has my Johnny Mnemonic, and I have his Lord of the Rings, of course. And but you know, so Wizard of Oz is definitely my slower, cerebral game. So I feel like once I get Johnny Mnemonic back, I'll keep that for a little bit, and then I think I'll probably sell it and then go for a Ghostbusters to get kind of my fast, flowy game. Yeah, they are definitely works of art. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh. This is what happens when you're impatient. You know, you can't, like, I was so close to time that mode out. I could have started a mode. Yeah. Well, yes and no. I mean, I'm waiting to kind of, you know, honestly, the biggest thing is I'm waiting just to, you know, I need to sell sell a game before I can get another game to kind of fund it. But you know, waiting until the playfields settle are fine. And I'll tell you this, I would not mind having a ghosted playfield if I got the game secondhand and if I did not pay retail price. I would be perfectly fine with that. The aesthetic of it, you know, I'm not going to pay full price. So, you know, but it's not something that bothers me. Now, you know, one thing with that is my Wizard of Oz, definitely the Munchkin playfield has a little bit of damage from, I don't know, it's the Munchkin playfield clear, whatever. So as far as that clear goes, I don't necessarily want to have, I don't mind the aesthetic ghosting. I just don't want, I don't want my playfield to fall apart. I don't want it cracking way too easily, you know? But yeah, I mean, if I wasn't paying for a new box, I'd be okay with it. That doesn't matter to me, man. Sorry guys, I'm doing okay. Play this ball out and then we will chit chat. So while I chat, and speaking of Ghostbusters, I know CP Master plays virtual pinball. So CP Master, have you heard about the Stern Pinball Arcade? So Stern is going to be releasing digitally, very similar to Pinball Arcade, some of their tables. I know that they're going to be releasing Star Trek, the ones that are not in already in. So I know it's AC/DC, Star Trek. Let me think. Whoa Nelly. Mustang. So that, my friends, is the advantage of playing through and getting some of the multi-ball things. Because right now I have a multi-ball lit, and I have if I can get my gift to the elves. Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Whew. Yeah, it's, you know, those are not, you know, having playfield issues is not, it's not a completely unique problem. I mean, Cirque Voltaire definitely had problems. It's known to have problems. So yeah, I mean, I feel like there's, you know, raised inserts are as old, you know, old as pinball. Now that said, I don't think that you should be having ghosting and raised inserts like new in box. That's just silly. But I don't think, you know, Stern doesn't think so either. Stern has made good on their promise to fix it, to stand behind their products. So, you know, that's why that does not super concern me. Let's time this out, because oh.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean, after like thousands of games and after, you know, all that craziness, you know, 10,000 games and being on location and all that, sure, I can see it. I can see it being a problem, but whatever. We're back. So we're back at the same problem that I had before. So if I drain out, which I'm just going to drain out now, destroy the ring is lit, and I have what do you call it? I have there and back again, which is fine. I can't believe I just did that. So destroy the ring was lit, and there and back again was lit. And yeah. All right. Let's play one last game. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Yeah, there and drain again. Absolutely. Well, you know, and okay, what really made me angry was I had light extra ball lit, and I could have just shot it up there, got the extra ball lit, we would have been fine, and I could have started Destroy the Ring, drained out, no big deal. Of course, got to make this good streaming, make it interesting for people, right? So.
Dead. I'm coming.
You know, if I in fact, you know, got to there and back again, what would I do, you know? I mean, there'd be nothing left to do. I appreciate you guys being here to commiserate with.
I will take the ring to Moldor.
It's great.
No, I do not know the way. We must join with
So, Ballet Je Bohème. I see you're watching the stream. Let me know if you have any questions about Lord of the Rings.
You have my axe. But you have elected
The Way of Pain. Yes, I have absolutely elected the Way of Pain. So while we're failing miserably here, tell us about the wizard mode in Twilight Zone, Lost in the Zone. I find it extremely satisfying. Tell us, are you the kind of player that gets to the wizard modes, or are you the kind of player that just wishes they could get the wizard mode, right?
of the king. The city must empty. We make for the refuge of Helm's Deep.
You're the kind of player that drains like I do. Oh, whoa! There's a crazy ball save on there somehow. Let's not waste that.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, I mean, part of the reason why I ended up getting Wizard of Oz was because my wife was really I mean, she supported it. She thought she liked the look of the game. She liked how it played. She liked the theme. It's a crowd pleaser, that's for sure.
Hold of yourself.
All right, enough of this lollygagging. I do. In fact, so if you look at the, I do stream Woz. So if you look at my archive, I streamed quite a bit of Woz. And I was just kind of on a, I was just on a Lord of the Rings kick. So my plan is to play Lord of the Rings tonight, Sunday, and next Wednesday. So two more Lord of the Rings streams, and then I'll go back to Wizard of Oz. So, gosh, whenever, I don't know when that is. Whatever date that is, that's when I plan on doing it. All right, last game of the night for real. I'm gonna focus in, talk amongst yourselves. I'll check back in when I have a moment. Cheer me on, please. I need it desperately. So right now in the United States, we've got another debate going. I should probably stop talking. But we've got a debate going on between Hillary and Donald Trump. My sources say that Hillary will win the debate tonight. I will not. Whoops. Okay. For real, focus time.
some old oil.
No, I think I'm the way.
Out of the way. Mr. Frodo's not going anywhere without me. Hurry!
Slowly, the spider closes in on Frodo, unable to resist its charm.
Use my sword. Hurry!
We're gonna do this. That was silly of me, but I will say this, that timing out the modes is not good streaming. Yeah, I know. Well, it puts me to sleep. Politics puts me to sleep. No, yeah, that was kind of silly of me to do.
By order of the king, the city must empty. We make for the refuge of Helm's Deep.
Tell you what, that skill shot, I have been missing the heck out of it.
You're coming too.
This is not a good game to end on. This is not. I can't, it's funny. I think about focusing, and then I never do it, I never focus. Like that. Like that's not focusing. We gotta end on a good note, guys. Yeah, I gotta focus. Hardcore, guys. When I was young, I drained the silver ball, but then I learned to become the ball. All right. See that? Yeah, that's the hard thing about. Yeah. Hard thing about timing out modes is that it's super boring. That's how they get you. Golly. All right, no turning back now. I'll get it back. Don't worry, I'll get it back. I didn't get it back. Okay, this is it. This is it. This is for all the marbles. No going back. I'm bound and determined to give you guys something, There is going back, and it's okay. I do have to get up early tomorrow, so I probably should actually make this the last restart. I will say this, part of pinball is being able to bounce back from a bad ball. Because honestly, truthfully, it just takes one really good ball.
I will take the ring to Moldova. No, I do not know the way.
I deserve that. I deserve that. I was reading about finishing the modes. I agree. There really should be, you know, I think that there should be a different wizard mode, because I don't think, let me think about it for a second. Other than getting gifts of the elves, there really isn't an incentive to finishing the modes in Lord of the Rings. Just starting them. So, no, you're fine, my brother. You're fine. Now, I should stop reading. I should unlearn how to read. Yeah, I want to, because yeah, I suppose that's the one thing that's missing in, you know, in this, is that there is really no incentive to finishing the modes in this game.
Get hold of yourself. 250 more.
Okay. Once we get to 10, we can wait. We can wait it out. And I find it pretty cool that you know, that Jersey Jack, you know, and Stern is catching on too, that they're doing something with the code, that they're you know, really listening to people, and they realize that code is important. It's a really important thing, because the home market is so important. You know, which is tough, because now you know, no matter how big the home market is, I mean, you still have to think about arcades, and it has to play well. And I really don't feel that a deep rule set is a mutually exclusive thing, to be able to play well in an arcade. Arcade, you know, you can play a Lord of the Rings in an arcade and still have fun, because there are still those mini wizard modes. I think that's important. Being able to make a multi-dimensional game. Being able to not flail around too much. Let's time this out. How's everybody doing today? Today we are failing miserably at trying to get there and back again, and also talking about deep games. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Cheers. I can't resist.
I was heavy man and strong lad. By nightfall.
All right. Waiting it out. Waiting it out.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So we have 2 multi-balls lit. The unfortunate part is that we can't start. I don't think you can get any rings in a multi-ball other than gum. We started anyway. We do have an extra ball lit, which is very nice. So right now, if I'm not mistaken, and I may have already cashed this in, but the more loops I make, the extra ball is lit. So again, you know, I'm really not focusing on, I wasn't focusing on getting jackpots. What I am focusing on doing is figuring out why I've got like a never-ending ball save. Let's drain these 2 out. Oh, good lord. That's really weird. I actually do not want all these balls here. There we go. It's gotta be a switch issue, right? Now, the other thing I could do if I'm failing life to could do loops, which is crazy. The harder thing would be to finish this multi-ball. And then possibly get a gift for the elves to light an extra ball. All right. Whew. Okay. Now we also have, see, and again, I feel like I'm gonna get myself working myself in the corner. I do not want to start 2 towers and end up back in a position where I was a couple games ago, where I have Destroy the Ring and There and Back Again lit on my 3rd ball. So there's no good way. So if I can avoid shooting that right ramp, the sword ramp, then. All right. Well, that did not go well. You guys are being awfully quiet in the chat. I appreciate it. It's like being at a golf game, you know? The hush descends over the crowd. You can cut the tension with a knife. Yeah, hey man. Part of the yacht club. I'm not watching. Go away. You know what I'm gonna do? It's like a nightmare. It just keeps happening. I can guarantee you that I'm gonna start, by accident, I'm gonna start Return of the King. And then, before you know it, we've got... Yeah, I'm gonna start Return of the King, and then I have to destroy the ring before I can do anything. There's no escaping it. It's the fate. It's the fate of the ring. The ring wants me to fail. Okay, I can long plunge. Let's see. Let's see. We're almost there. Patience, friends. It's, almost there. Yachts, thank you very much for the thanks. If you're not following, you're not familiar, I suppose. I stream Wednesday nights and Monday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern. I like streaming. I've been streaming lately a lot of the Lord of the Rings. But I'm also going to be streaming Wizard of Oz here in the not too distant future. A couple weeks, or about a week from now. Week and change, I think. Just focus. Just keep our... No, no!
This camp is under attack.
Well, let's friggin' destroy the ring then, you know? Maybe the ring needs destroyed. That's what it is. The ring needs destroyed, and then I can get to there and back again. I'm never gonna get to there and back again unless I destroy the ring first in the same game. I think that's what the game is telling me. Yeah, I see a comment there. I'll read it in 1 second. Yeah, man. Yeah, I have noticed there's been a decided lack of Lord of the Rings streaming, as well as Wizard of Oz lately. But yeah, I can't tell you anybody who's really digging in. It's such a sweet game. So few people are truly, really digging into this game on stream, you know. And it started because I wanted a tutorial for somebody like me. I'm not a Bone Cairns. I'm not a Keith Elwin. I want somebody. I wanted a game. I wanted somebody to play the game who was like me, and nobody did it. And so then I had to do it, right? All right, here we go. Flailing. I should stop flailing. Yeah, well, thank you. Well, I'm gonna have to call it for the night, friends, but thanks for joining. If you aren't already, hit that follow button. I know a lot of you guys are regulars here, so I appreciate you coming back. I stream Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. If I can, I try to I try to also maybe stream, maybe Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings when I'm doing laundry or something like that. But as regular, Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, Eastern Standard Time, and then I archive all my Yahtzee. Oh, I thought it was yachts. It's Yahtzee. Yahtzee. Thanks for the follow, Yahtzee. Yeah, so I try to do some extra streams, but just as far as laundry day. See, laundry day is like the best. I've got energy, I'm getting work done, we're chatting. So yeah, I might, if I can, this weekend is actually my wedding anniversary week. Well, today, yeah, this is how terrible I am. Today is my wedding anniversary, right now. Like, it's happening right now. And I decided to spend a couple hours with you guys streaming. I'm in the doghouse. It's a good thing I have a games room, because otherwise, I'd be stuck here. I'd have to go in the literal doghouse. Yeah. So this weekend we're going out for the old anniversary, and so I don't know if I'll be able to stream for laundry, but I will be streaming Sunday night. So Eastern time, so you can check me out then. Until then, have a great night or a day, great day, or whatever you might be doing, and just enjoy life. Enjoy life. Enjoy pinball. Be square. Play pinball. Take care. Pieces out. The stream is just going to go on forever. It won't let me actually shut it down. So